The Stone Bank Holding Metadata Analytics tool will provide us with a proprietary analytic product that will allow SBH to generate market-leading performance data at the national, portfolio, and individual bank levels. In addition to providing cutting-edge risk and opportunity assessment, the analytics platform will generate regulatory and investor confidence in Stone Bank Holdings and provide an opportunity for SBH to showcase knowledge leadership as a core competency. We anticipate applying for a patent on the process. The database is updated by uploading FFIEA quarterly bulk call data report data. This data consists of over 3,400 fields and over 50 tables for the 4,500 banks. We have developed interfaces to facilitate portfolio and report generation based on input parameters. We can run all bank data queries to monitor changes in the banking system at the macro level. We utilize external banking analytical frameworks such as Basel III, the Federal Reserve Bank, and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation standards to benchmark historical data against bank performance. This allows us to track banks that are underperforming or that have other indicia of profiles that interest us for recaps, roll-ups, or asset acquisition strategies. Additionally, we are developing forward-looking tools to stress test the variety of liquidity, deposit, earnings, and capital models. For example, we apply stress testing algorithms to create forward-looking cash forecasts over 90 days and 1 year. We assume loans and securities maturing in the selected duration will be repaid, and that net interest margins will hold stable while all outstanding commitments within the selected duration will be funded. Additionally, current levels of operating expense will be experienced. These models project cash levels at the end of the durations. We are also designing a variety of algorithms to measure the ability of a bank to weather an all-out deposit run such as Silicon Valley Bank experienced. We have several of these metrics, but this one is the most abject and clearly shows that as confidence in the bank disappears, the bank quickly becomes insolvent and without regulatory intervention fails. The data provides quick access to the health of the U.S. banking system. For example, this chart shows that 506 banks, about 12% of all banks, have less than the 10% of the minimum capital required. Okay, let's see the evaluator in action. If I want to take a look at a data set for 1231, which is all we have loaded right now, I'm going to use the default maximum asset size of $3 billion, and I want all banks with capital of less than 10% and that have a loan default rate greater than 5%. Let's see what we come up with. There we go. We've got a portfolio of 70 banks here that meet these parameters. Just taking a look at the top one, the All Nations Bank in Calumet, Oklahoma, assets of $66 million, equity capital of less than 10, and past dues of greater than 6. If I want to drill down and get information about any one of these banks, I just click on the line, and we'll see a print report here in just a second. There we go. You can see that this report's still under development, but we see some balance sheet highlights here, some income statement highlights here, and the conditional formatting makes their net operating loss really jump off the page there. We also can see some of the loan problems that they're having here. Their overall past due rate is now approaching 12%, with many of those recently going into the 30 to 89 day category. We can also open a print report of all the banks in that portfolio. And you can see right here, this is arranged a little bit differently because these are reported by state and then by city, but you can see it's kind of the same information. This is Brantley Bank and Trust in Brantley, Alabama. or we can come down here, and I think it's off your screen, but we can export all this data and more into a spreadsheet. And from the spreadsheet, of course, we can slice and dice and do whatever we want to with the data. So that's where we are. This is a work in process, and I think this will be a very powerful tool for us. Thank you. Bye-bye.